heard stories about you. Funny thing is, you don't look that scary up close.
As we all know that Kling 3.0 has been officially released, and this is insanely good in multi-shots. And we have seen a lot of different short films on the internet using this model, but none of them is explaining how to create them. So in this video, I'm gonna share a full workflow to create a cinematic AI film using Kling 3.0. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Now to access this, I'm gonna go ahead to the higgsfield.ai because now this is publicly available for everyone. And then if we just go ahead to the video section, we have a new model, Kling 3.0. And these are all of different generations that I was trying before this video. And now I can safely say that I have enough experience with the Kling 3.0. Now let's start with a single image. And of course, we're gonna test its multi-shot. So just enable it. Now we're gonna give it a simple prompt. He looks arrogantly. So this is going to be our first shot. And to add a new shot, you have to click on the add shot. And in the same way, you can adjust the timing of every single shot. You can adjust the seconds, how long this shot will be. In the next shot, we will type whatever we want. And same goes with the third shot. Simply type what action do you want. Simply hit generate. And if I just look at the results, to be honest, this is really impressive. We have multi-shots, the character remains consistent throughout the shots, even though the bartender or any other character wasn't really visible in the initial input image, but still it managed to add a new character. Impressive, but simple, everybody knows about it. You can also use a traditional method of generating a grid of different images, then uploading this as an input image. Again, you can type the shots, what you want in your shots. In my case, I want him to walk into the salon, some kind of a powerful macho intro, and then if I hit generate, it works to some extent, but still this is not perfect. This is still impressive, but we want more control over the shots. And for that, we're gonna use its element feature, and this is a game changer feature. I already have a couple of them, but to create one from a scratch, you have to upload 4 different images of your character from different angles. And if you don't know how to create the images of your character from different angles, you just need to go ahead to the nano banana, give it a reference image, just ask it to generate the side angle, front pose, and the nano banana will give you different angles of your same character. Then upload all of your images, give it a random name, and you can also describe what this character is. You can just type any details if you want to add about your character, and then hit create. Now to add this as a character, simply type @, then type character name, or you can select it manually. Then simply type all of your prompts in all of different scenes, and now if we just hit create, here is the output. And here's another output using that same prompt technique, using that same element. And you can see the character remains consistent throughout all of different clips. So the initial image was just a silhouette. We didn't have any character visible in that one, but still the AI managed to generate multiple shots from different angles. Very beautiful. But what if we want to add more than one character in a scene? So for that, we need an image where both of these characters are visible. Well, you can also use the element feature, but in my opinion, according to my testing, it's better to generate an image where both of these characters are visible, and this will also keep the environment consistent. So in this case, our prompt structure will look like this. We will mention the cowboy, we will mention that bad guy or any other character that you have in your movie, and then you can generate multiple different shots by keeping all of them consistent, because in the initial image we also have the reference, so we can expect some better results. And by combining this, look at the output.
I heard stories about you. Funny thing is, you don't look that scary up close.
Not just the characters are consistent, but also the environment remains consistent because we have used the elements feature and we also feed the input image. In that way, we have more consistent and more controlled shot that actually gives the cinematic look. Well, this is not always accurate. For example, in this case, the mafia guy is supposed to say this dialogue, but instead of that, the AI confused and that cowboy is saying the dialogue. And this is kind of a weird. Also, the environment changed, and I have a lot of other examples where the generations failed because of the environment inconsistency, dialogue swapping, or for any other reason. So this is not always perfect, but yes, with the good command, with the good prompt, you can get the expected results 70% of the time. So these are few tips if you want to generate a cinematic AI film using the Kling 3.0. Yes, this is a really good model, but obviously you have to try multiple times to get a good output. I hope this video was helpful for you. And if you guys like this kind of content, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.